Most men are stuck in the same trap. They believe that doing things for a woman will make her love them. They think being the provider, the helper, the fixer, the one who's always available, is the secret to making her stay. So they buy her things, they solve her problems, they become her emotional sponge. But here's the cold truth. Women don't care what you do for them if you're not giving them what they actually want from a man. This is hard to accept, especially if you've been raised to believe that being the nice guy is the way in. But in the modern dating world, nice doesn't get attention. Being overly available doesn't create desire. Doing everything for her doesn't earn you her love. It earns you her boredom. The truth is, a woman will gladly accept what you give her and still lose interest in you the next week. Why? Because you're giving her everything except what actually makes her crave you. A woman is drawn to certain qualities in a man that make her feel something, and when she feels it, she gets addicted. When it's missing, she checks out, emotionally, mentally, even physically. So no matter what you do, if you don't have these 5 things she truly wants, you'll always be the guy she keeps around until she finds someone better. This isn't about being cold or playing games. This is about waking up. If you're tired of trying so hard and getting nothing back, it's time to understand what actually triggers attraction, respect, and emotional investment in a woman. These are the 5 things that flip the switch, and once you get them right, she starts chasing you. Before we start the video, I want to remind you that my exclusive online course on mastering the dating game is available now. If you've been learning from my YouTube videos, you're only scratching the surface. This course goes deeper, teaching you everything you need to know about the dating game, from approaching a woman to building real attraction. We just finished section 5 in the course, and you won't find this information on videos on my channel. It's easy to access with a secure payment option. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or click the link in the description to enroll now and improve your dating life. 1. Masculine presence. In today's dating world, the average man is physically there, but emotionally absent. He may show up for dates, respond to texts, and say all the right things, but what's missing is presence. Women don't just want your actions. They want to feel your energy when you walk in the room. They want a man who isn't distracted, who isn't chasing their validation, and who can command space with quiet confidence. Masculine presence is not about being loud, aggressive, or overly dominant. It's about stillness. It's about being so grounded in yourself that she feels more secure just by being around you. Most men don't even realize how badly they lack this. They're always anxious. They overthink every move. They're reacting instead of leading. And women pick up on this fast. A man with presence doesn't need to speak much. He makes her feel something just by how he holds himself. He looks her in the eye without flinching. He doesn't try too hard. He's not worried about what she's thinking. He's focused on who he is. That energy creates a tension women crave. It's what makes them lean in, open up, and trust you without knowing why. If you're constantly doing things for her but you disappear emotionally, she loses interest. Women are emotional creatures. They connect through energy, not effort. When she feels like you're distracted, insecure, or uncertain of yourself, her body starts detaching, even if her words say otherwise. But when you're grounded, when you're calm in the chaos, and when you carry yourself like your time and space matter, she'll crave to be part of your world. That's the power of masculine presence. It makes her feel safe without you saying a word. 2. Emotional control. One of the biggest reasons women lose respect for men, fast, is because those men have no grip on their emotions. In the beginning, it's easy to seem cool and in control. You're not too invested yet, but once your feelings grow, most men slip. They start reacting, they become needy, they get jealous, overly sensitive, or too easily offended. A woman may not always say it directly, but the moment you lose emotional control, she starts to see you as weak. And the truth is, once a woman sees you as emotionally weak, her attraction dies quietly. A man who can't control himself becomes a burden. She doesn't feel protected with you. She feels like she's the one protecting your feelings. That's backwards. You're supposed to be her rock, not another emotional task on her plate. A man who knows how to feel his emotions without drowning in them is dangerous in a good way. He doesn't run from his pain, but he doesn't bleed it all over her either. He doesn't panic when she pulls back. He doesn't argue over petty things. He responds. He doesn't react. When you learn to hold your emotions like a man, she feels safe opening up hers. This is what separates a boy from a man. A boy explodes or breaks down when things don't go his way. A man absorbs the pressure, processes it, and moves with purpose. She watches how you handle setbacks. She tests your patience. She notices how you act when you're frustrated, when you're insecure, when she's being difficult. If you fall apart, she pulls away. If you stay solid, she pulls closer. A woman wants to be emotionally led, not emotionally babysat. And if you're constantly reacting to her behavior, begging for clarity, or making her responsible for your emotional stability, you're showing her you're not ready to lead. A man who holds emotional control, even when things aren't perfect, becomes magnetic. He becomes the man she can't shake off, because deep down, he gives her the one thing every woman wants, a sense of emotional safety. 3. Purpose over her. A man without purpose will always chase a woman harder than she ever chases him, and when that happens, she loses all interest. In the modern dating world, women are surrounded by men who are dying for attention, validation, and intimacy, but very few men have something greater driving them. When a woman sees that your entire life revolves around her, she may smile and say she appreciates it, but internally she starts to pull away. Why? Because she doesn't want to be your world. She wants to be invited into a world you already own. Purpose is not just about your job, your hustle, or your business. It's about direction. It's about having something meaningful you're chasing that has nothing to do with her. A man with purpose moves differently. He doesn't have time to sit on the phone all day. He doesn't drop everything just because she's in a mood. He doesn't need her approval for every little decision. He's on a mission. And that mission makes him attractive, because a man who values his time naturally raises his value in her eyes. When your life is focused on your goals, your growth, and your path, a woman feels inspired being near you. She doesn't see you as just another man seeking comfort. She sees you as a man building something. That creates emotional gravity. The moment she realizes you'll still thrive with or without her, she starts investing. It triggers her instinct to want to be a part of what you're building, not because you begged her, but because your energy is moving forward with or without her. Too many men give up their purpose as soon as they fall for a woman. They lose the gym, the goals, the grind. They trade all of it for constant availability. But you were never meant to orbit around her. When you put your mission first, you force her to step into your reality, not the other way around. You stop being the guy who tries to impress her, and you become the man she wants to impress. That's the shift. Purpose grounds you. It keeps your emotions in check. It builds your confidence. And most importantly, it separates you from the crowd of men who are trying to win her with effort alone. She doesn't want effort. She wants to feel like she's a part of something powerful. And if you're not already building that before she arrives, she won't stay long after she does. 4. Unwavering standards. A woman will always test the man she's with. Not because she's cruel, but because she wants to feel the strength of his spine. She wants to know, will you bend just to keep her happy? Will you betray yourself just to keep her around? Or do you have standards that don't move, no matter how attractive she is, no matter how much you like her, no matter how badly you want things to work? Most men fail here. They'll compromise their principles just to keep her smiling. And every time they do, they lose a little more of her respect. Women don't crave perfection. They crave certainty. They crave leadership. And leadership means knowing what you accept, what you reject, and what lines are never crossed. The second a man starts tolerating disrespect, emotional games, inconsistencies, or behavior that doesn't align with his values, the woman starts seeing him as disposable. She might not leave right away, but mentally, she's checking out. Why? Because if you can't lead yourself with strength and discipline, you have no business trying to lead her. A man with unwavering standards doesn't argue about them. He doesn't beg a woman to understand them. He simply lives by them. If she tests them, he doesn't flinch. If she crosses them, he steps back, not out of punishment, but out of self-respect. Women pay attention to that. It tells them you're a man of integrity. It shows them you're not afraid to walk away, and that scares them in the best way. When a woman knows she can't control you, she starts valuing you more. This is why some men do everything right and still get walked all over. It's not about what you do, it's about what you tolerate. If you allow her to lead emotionally, set the tone, and cross boundaries unchecked, she'll never fully trust you. On the flip side, if you stay rooted in your values, no matter what's happening between you two, she'll start molding herself to fit your world. That's how influence works. That's how attraction builds. And that's when she starts chasing. This doesn't mean you become controlling. It means you become consistent. If you say you don't tolerate disrespect, then don't laugh it off when it happens. If you value communication, then don't reward silent treatment with attention. If loyalty matters to you, then don't entertain a woman who still keeps her options open. A man with unwavering standards isn't rigid. He's solid. And that's what makes a woman feel both challenged and secure at the same time. 5. Sexual polarity. Attraction is not logical. It's energetic. It doesn't come from your looks, your money, or how nice you are. It comes from the tension between masculine and feminine energy. This tension is what fuels desire. It's what keeps a woman thinking about you when you're not around. And most men kill this tension by becoming too soft, too agreeable, too emotionally available too soon. The moment you start acting like her best friend instead of her man, the spark dies. She may still like you, but she won't want you. And that difference is everything. Sexual polarity means leaning fully into your masculine core. It means you stop asking for permission to be a man. You stop tiptoeing around her opinions. You stop seeking comfort over boldness. Women are drawn to men who own their masculine energy without apology. That energy is dominant, clear, and unshakable. It's not about being aggressive or disrespectful. It's about being unapologetically decisive, assertive, and confident in who you are. A woman wants to feel like she's in the presence of a man, not someone she can walk all over, not someone who hides behind politeness. When you lean into your masculine energy, you create space for her to be fully feminine. She softens. She submits. She responds with passion, not just politeness. But when you constantly suppress your edge, she feels like she has to lead the energy. And the truth is, no woman wants to lead the dance. She wants to feel led. She wants to be pursued with confidence, not hesitation. She wants a man who isn't afraid to be bold with her, tease her, challenge her, and make her feel like a woman. Polarity also means sexual boldness. Too many men are timid when it comes to expressing desire. They wait for signals, they second-guess themselves, they ask too many questions. But a man who owns his desire without being needy or pushy drives a woman wild. She wants to feel desired. She wants to feel taken. But only by a man who's in control of that fire, not ruled by it. When you hold that edge, when you express desire from a place of confidence instead of desperation, she melts. Because now you're giving her what every woman secretly wants, a strong man who knows exactly what he wants and isn't afraid to take the lead. Without sexual polarity, you'll always end up in the friend zone. You'll be the safe guy, the sweet guy, the guy who's easy to talk to, but not the man she fantasizes about. Polarity brings the heat. It creates that electric feeling that makes her addicted to your presence. And once you unlock that, you'll stop chasing women, because they'll start chasing you. 6. Mystery and unpredictability. Predictability kills desire. The moment a woman feels like she's figured you out, the tension that keeps her emotionally hooked starts to fade. Most men think the key to building a connection is full transparency, constant texting, sharing every thought, and explaining every move. But what they don't realize is that mystery keeps her imagination working. And that imagination is where attraction is born. If she always knows where you are, what you're doing, how you feel, and what you're going to say next, then there's no tension, no edge, no chase. Mystery doesn't mean you play games or act cold. It means you don't reveal everything. It means you keep your life full and your energy moving in a direction she doesn't fully control. It means sometimes you disappear, not to manipulate her, but because you're busy with things that matter to you. It means you don't feel the need to explain every decision, defend every action, or seek her approval constantly. A mysterious man doesn't brag about his life, he simply lives it, and the woman wants to be part of that life because she can't quite predict where it's going. Unpredictability is powerful. If she knows every single move you're going to make, she becomes emotionally lazy. She stops wondering. She stops trying. But if you're the kind of man who switches it up, who surprises her, challenges her, keeps her slightly off balance in a thrilling way, she stays mentally engaged. That doesn't mean chaos. It means variety. It means you're not one-dimensional. One day you're intense and focused. The next you're playful and teasing. You keep her guessing, not because you're fake, but because you're full of depth and layers. This is why some men get a woman's attention but can't keep it. They show all their cards too soon. They have no air of unpredictability. They're too emotionally available, too eager to prove themselves, too quick to lock everything down. But attraction thrives in tension, not certainty. It lives in the unknown. When a woman feels like she's still figuring you out, when she feels like there's more to uncover, she stays emotionally engaged. That's when the chase begins. You don't need to lie or pretend to be someone you're not. You just need to stop giving away your entire identity in the first few weeks. Let her discover you in layers. Let her wonder why you're so calm. Let her question what you're thinking sometimes. Let her notice that your life keeps moving with or without her. That makes her value your attention more, because now it's rare, not routine. Mystery makes you unforgettable. Unpredictability makes you exciting. Together, they turn you into the kind of man she thinks about when you're not around. The man who lingers in her mind, even when she's with someone else. 7. Discipline and self-respect. A man can have charm, looks, even success. But if he lacks discipline and self-respect, a woman won't stick around for long. She may enjoy his company, flirt with him, even sleep with him. But deep down, she won't feel safe submitting to him. Why? Because if you can't lead yourself, she knows you can't lead anything else. A man without discipline is a man without structure. And a woman can never fully trust a man who is a slave to his emotions, impulses, or desires. Discipline isn't just about waking up early or hitting the gym. It's about consistency. It's about doing what you said you'd do, especially when it's uncomfortable. A disciplined man doesn't chase dopamine. He chases mastery. He doesn't fold under pressure. He holds the line when things get difficult. He keeps his emotions in check. He respects his time, energy, and values. And that level of control is deeply attractive to women, even if they don't fully understand why. It's instinct. It's biology. It's safety. Women test men constantly, not to be cruel, but to find out if you'll break. If you lack self-respect, you'll fold under the pressure. You'll tolerate disrespect. You'll chase when she pulls away. You'll accept behavior that goes against your standards just to keep her around. And that sends a signal. This man doesn't value himself. That one message can destroy her entire perception of you, no matter how much you've done for her. A man with self-respect doesn't need to explain himself. His actions reflect his mindset. If something doesn't align with his values, he removes himself. If someone disrespects his time, he walks away. He's not arrogant, he's principled. And the crazy part? The more he respects himself, the more others start to respect him too, including women. They feel it in how he carries himself, how he communicates, how he handles pressure. That kind of man doesn't beg for love. He attracts it without effort, because he's become the kind of man who doesn't chase what doesn't match his worth. Self-respect also shows in how you treat your own body and mind. Are you disciplined with what you eat, how you train, what you consume online, and how you manage your emotions? If you let everything slide just because life gets hard or someone pulls away, you're teaching the world how to treat you. And women watch closely. If you don't take care of yourself, she'll assume she doesn't need to either. Discipline and self-respect are silent signals. They're not loud, but they're powerful. When you walk in with quiet authority, when your lifestyle reflects control, and when you live by a code that you don't bend for anyone, that's when women start to see you differently. Not just as a guy they're dating, but as a man they can trust, follow, and desire for the long term. If you're tired of doing everything for women and still ending up overlooked, it's time to change the game. Stop chasing approval and start becoming the man who naturally commands attention. Women don't stay for the man who gives the most. They stay for the man who gets it. Master your presence, control your emotions, prioritize purpose, stand on your standards, own your masculine edge, keep your mystery, and live with discipline. That's the formula, not tricks, not begging, just power. When you embody these traits, she won't just want you, she'll fight to keep you. And that's the difference. And remember, if you're serious about mastering the dating game, don't miss out on my exclusive online course. We go beyond what's covered in these videos, giving you powerful insights from the first approach to lasting attraction. It's easy to enroll with a secure payment option. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or simply click the link in the description to secure your spot. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now and start transforming your dating life today. I want to especially appreciate you for taking your time to watch till the end of this video. I hope the video helps you improve every aspect of your relationship with women. Until next time, this is Stoic Approach to Life.